or what is it? Whether these people survived this disaster or not survived that disaster. So these kind of application are gonna be a classification or categorizing the users based on their spending pattern. Like these people used to have high income, high salary and high spend. These people used to have low salary and high spend. These people used to have these people these people used to have high salary and high spend and low salary and low spend. So likewise, we can able to categorize the people into different category or different classes. So that type of application is going to be classification. Whereas if we are talking about the regression, predicting in terms of numbers, like the output which is going to be in terms of numbers. For an example, the stock price in 2024, it is going to be around 50,000 rupees or $500. So that is what the very important thing. Okay. So whenever you're talking about this kind of traditional AI, which is going to give you an output either in terms of the classes, the categories, or it is going to be in terms of numbers, like predicting the future based on the statistical methodology. This is what even 10 standard students are learning. That's what the syllabus is even. But whenever you're talking about the generative AI, it is going to generate you some new output. For an example, it might be a text to image or image to a video or text to video. It can be anything, but it is generating something new. It is going to be a continuous prediction, and it is going to phrase the complete sentence for you and is going to give you an output. That is what the normal traditional, generative AI is. And while talking about the generative AI, I would like to show you this as a demo. If you are seeing this is the growthflow.ai. It is also one of the sub company and tool, actually automation tool for entrepreneurs we are providing. So whenever you are talking about this tool, you can see here we have one conversation AI section. So it is under the development. So I think it will be completed very soon. So if you are talking about this, here there will be an option like bot training. Guys, what all the company wanted. So nowadays, all the company, they want to work with the minimal employees. That's what they really, their focus is. Apart from increasing the sales and etc., they really want to hit a huge profit on each and every business, because profit is the very important thing for each and every company. Because previously, whenever you are talking about the MNCs like TCS or Wipro or any company, they used to get an international order, like from the banking or any international order they used to get. So whenever they are getting international order, always client will give one commitment. Client will tell you something. This is what the condition. You can operate with 300 employees and you should complete this project within 9 months. So that is what all the clients, they will be giving the job for the top MNCs. But nowadays, after the kind of AI tools came, they have completely restricted all the the facilities. For an example, not like facilities, it's like work loads. For an example, instead of telling like you can use 300 people to do the same job at within 9 months, nowadays after this ChatGPT came and etc., the client used to tell that company that you should complete me this project within 6 months, but with 150 employees. Yes, it is happening right now in MNCs. So always clients are telling that this project was this, but they are limiting the human resources, and also they are limiting the time. So as a MNC, they don't want to use the very huge employees to do that certain project. They want to complete that project with a minimal people and minimal time. They want to complete that project effectively. So that's why nowadays a lot of layoffs are happening. A lot of things is really happening right now. So it is not because of only on MNC, it is also the client's requirement. Clients are telling don't use 300 employees to do this project. please complete this project within a 150 employees, please complete this project. So likewise, whenever the companies are getting this kind of inputs, so always people or the company is going to look for the candidate who can able to use this kind of tools and AI effectively to do a certain job very easily without using very huge amount of people. That's what it is really happening in the MNCs right now. So on that aspects, all nowadays a lot of startups even out there. So for every company, there is another problem to give a customer support. To give a customer support, all people are rushing to create a chatbot for the companies. So that chatbot, which is going to work completely 24/7, even we used to test it one thing, we used to make sales automatically with the help of the chatbot. So sales as well as support is there. So likewise, there are a lot of scenario. Even right now, all companies are switched to, AI kind of support system, but always people love to interact with the in person. But what if that chatbot really working as like a in person, which is enabling the voice and the call and etc. Even right now, automated calls are happening. With the help of AI. Do you really know that? For an example, what is the thing is, nowadays companies are sending they are not making a cold calling by themselves. Instead, if you are giving a sheet of all the phone numbers and etc., that computer itself, it will make a call to a person, and only after it is listening to the word called hello, then that automated call is going to be happen. So simply calling to a number and playing one audio, it is not like that. Instead, the call is going to be made for all the numbers which has been given in the sheet. And when the people are attending it, and when the people are telling hello, then that audio which is going to be played, and it is going to have some, some questions, like questions in the sense like, do you want that? Just tell me yes or no. So if the people are telling yes, some another speech which is going to be happening. So guys, isn't it awesome? So what is, as a developers, what is our goal is? Our goal is to create that type of end-to-end product and end-to-end solutions. So on that aspects, I want to show you a real demo. I think some people have already watched this. So this is also, we are creating for an entrepreneurs, especially the companies. Whenever you're talking about the companies, they will have one repository of questions and they really have an answers, right? So what is the AI internship program? Who is eligible to apply for the AI internship? How can I apply for the internship? What is the duration of the internship? This is what the normal questions people used to ask to our company. So likewise, it is a dummy data. Okay, it is not like completely built well, but just for demo purpose, I've created this doc like question, answer, and etc. So after each and every questions, I've given some question mark after that questions. Okay, right now I have taken this document as an input, and I'm going for my growth flow tool, and I'm just giving this exact URL as a PDF, and even I published for everyone. Look at that. So file and share with others, publish to web. I've just enabled it, and I just taken that URL and I just given into it, and I'm clicking a get data. So what it is going to do is the model, which is going to learn from this document file which I have, and once it got learned, so it is going to show you a message like it got trained. Okay, even though if you want to update the question, any new question is there, so you can add what is the life validity of this complete courses. So validity of the complete courses is a lifetime validity. So likewise, you can add whatever you really want, you can add, and you can go and refresh it in this place. So it is going to be, the model is going to be updated. Look out that there's a refresh button. We have given that. So whenever people are clicking refresh, that training which is going to be updated for the new questions. And once it got updated for the new questions, now we are in the chat box. So once we are in the present in the chat box, for an example, there is a question like, what is the AI internship program? If that is the question, so what I can do is, actually we guys are really integrating this chatbot with Instagram DMs or Facebook messengers or even a normal web chat. So likewise, we guys are integrating this chatbot in many ways. So first thing what you need to do is, we need to go for the bot setting and you need to enable the autopilot mode, and I'm going to click save. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to ping from my Instagram DM. The question is, what is AI internship program? So I'm going to write, what is AI internship program. So likewise, I'm just going to phrase some message. So whenever I'm phrasing some message, which is going to be updated in this conversation tab, and this is the message which I've given, what is the AI internship program. Here, the AI bot will think about it, because based on the learning, and it is going to rephrase the content. It is not going to give the exact message which I've given here. Instead, it is going to rephrase the content again, and it is going to give the reply by itself. So this is what the real life end-to-end deployment of generative AI. So here we guys have enabled two type of mode. One is suggestive mode and another one is autopilot mode. So whenever you are in a development stage, you need to enable the suggestive mode. For an example, here I have enabled the suggestive mode. So once I enable the suggestive mode, so here again, if any one person is typing something, courses or lifetime validity. So that's what which I'm typing from my Instagram DM. So here you will really amazed. So once it got the question, like is courses or lifetime validity. So here it is going to be turning as a suggestive mode. Okay, because already one message has been already pasted. So it is going to take some time. So why this time has been given? Because whenever you are creating a generative AI application, guys, just remember one thing. Always people might misuse your application. They might raise 100 questions, repeated questions, same time again and again. So whenever you are using a paid kind of features, so that definitely it will affect your cost, because it is going to consume the cost on each and every messages which you are giving. So that's why we guys have restricted this message that this bot should reply only after a 15 seconds, only after a 1 minute. So what if the people are posting hi, hello, hi, hello, hi, hello, hi, hello. So if the people are keep on posting like hi, hello, and etc. So definitely it is going to consume it is going to consume all the APIs, and it is going to really consume all the money we have, which has been subscribed for the ChatGPT API. So that's why you need to be very, very aware about this. Even we guys have enabled the suggestive methodology, like suggestive methodology. In the suggestive methodology, here it is giving this type of suggestion. So if there is any real sales guy out there or support person who are all out there, so to make the robot to work effectively, like they can choose the right answers by themselves. So option A, option B, option C. So which is really good. So they can choose it. That is also going to be added into the learning process. So whenever you are using in a suggestive mode, you can teach the bot that this is wrong, this is right. That is what the suggestive mode. So whenever your application is under the development, never ever enable the autopilot mode. Instead, you can enable as a suggestive mode. So what you can do is, whenever it is, if the chatbot's reply is wrong, so you can correct it. So this is not a right answer. So this is the right answer. Just give the right answer. Again, that model need to learn from your answer. And whenever people are asking that type of question, it should be a progressive learning. Okay, guys, do you really love this? This is what the real end-to-end product deployment. So one is on suggestive stage. Whenever your application is under the development, so whenever people are getting new questions, on the time you need to tell this is the answer which you are given is wrong, and this is the right answer, and click a submit. So that is going to be added into your data. And after that, once it is got added into the data, it is going to be trained automatically. And when people are asking the same question again, it should get the answer from the learning which it got recently, and it is going to give the reply or again the suggestion. So if moreover, if the company is spending around 1 to 3 months or even 1 month, the completely in a suggestive mode to progressively teaching this bot again and again and again and again, the model is going to get trained. And once it got trained, finally, if the people are if the chatbot is start giving a right answers, then you can enable the autopilot mode. Whenever you are talking about this generative AI application, in the previous session itself, we guys have discussed about natural language processing and ChatGPT and etc. But let me give you a simple further explanation right now. Whenever you are working on this type of application, this application is nothing but a large language models, which has been based on that. Because whenever you're talking about the traditional AI, you will be giving some simple data and it is going to learn from it. And whenever you are asking whether it is a dog or cat, it can able to easily tell you that answer. So with the help of that, you will be specifying the features. So whenever people's spending monies are like this, whenever people's salary are like this, So these customers belongs to the category like people with the high spend and high salary. So likewise, you will label the data. So likewise, you will be giving a features and you'll be giving a data with the help of the deep learning. It is going to be automatically extract and it's going to make the decision whether it is a dog or cat. That's okay. But other than that, whenever you're talking about the language is the very huge, wide concept. So what is the time now? Time now. May I know the time, please? Please tell me the time. Do you know? Do you know what is the time now? What is the time is? So whenever you are having this type of different phrases, it should understand the meaning of the whole complete phrases. What is the right answer is. So based on that, it is, should give the reply. So whenever it should give the reply of based on that. So there are a lot of ways to do that. One way you can do it with the help of this large language models, or even you can able to compare the question with the help of a normal SQL find syntax or something. We are going to do it in a very simple way today. So I'm planning to do something big, guys, but before doing it big, I really want to do it in a smaller way. So each and every day sessions complexity is going to be increase. And even today, the sessions, the chatbot which you are going to create is in a very simple way. I'm not going to over complex by going towards the, lot of features and vectorizers and etc. So we are going to do it in a very simple way. And I hope you are really ready. So whenever you are looking for that type of model, if you want to create it by yourself, you need a very high knowledge on natural language processing and machine learning. Because while you just imagine just it's in English, it is having a lot of words. You need to know how to extract the feature from the text. You need to know what, and you need to create the model to understand the meaning of it. So that is going to be a very huge topic. Definitely, you need a very high skill and very high computational power, very huge amount of data, which is very, very high. So that is very, very difficult for normal people to create a very good model to understand the language and give a proper reply for the respective questions. So that's why people are going for some model which has been already created by huge companies like OpenAI, Google, Facebook, and etc. So on that aspects, after the OpenAI came, by which they have really brought that ChatGPT. So there is a one way where you can use that ChatGPT API, but for the ChatGPT API, you need to pay for it. That is the one disadvantage out there, but it is the best. Okay, it is the best model ever. But whenever you're talking about the generative, ChatGPT API, where you need to pay for it, ChatGPT API. Okay, whenever you are checking out the ChatGPT AI pricing, OpenAI pricing. So for each and every call which people are making, there is a price for it. Model ChatGPT 4-O, and which is $5 per month, and output $15 per month. Whereas this model is also $5, 1 million tokens. Okay, it's not like 1 month, it's like 1 million tokens. And here also 1 million tokens, I think so. So whenever you're seeing that, definitely it is not gonna be enough for the bigger level of company where the companies have a huge audience. Because even if you are seeing us, we are having a very huge community. So on our huge community, this kind of ChatGPT is definitely is not going to be affordable. So because one people, they used to ask around 5 questions. Okay, if it is a 5 questions, you just imagine we used to have around 6 lakh or 12 lakh customers. Okay, so which is 1 lakh, which is 12 lakh customers. 12 lakh customers multiples of 5, which is around 60 lakhs of messages we will get. Okay, 1 cent, 100,000, lakh, 10 lakh. Okay, 60 lakhs of messages we used to get. But even though it is a 60 lakh, this tokens is not defining like 60 lakh of messages. No, each and every word which is going to be considered as like a tokens. Okay, that's what the process like tokenization. You just imagine if the ChatGPT want to write one message, the course validity is a lifetime validity. The course validity is a lifetime validity. There are around 7 words. Averagely, you just consider in each and every reply, if it contains around 5 tokens. You just imagine 60 lakh multiples of 5 tokens. You just imagine which is gonna be around 3 crore token we need. Guys, is it awesome? Is it going good? Is the session is really informative in real life deployment oriented? Okay, not like conceptual oriented. It is gonna be real product oriented. Just remember, we really require 3 crore, more than 3 crore token for our application. So definitely it is not going to be affordable. So 3 crore token for just one day. You just imagine one day if you are getting this many 60,000 messages or something, it is going to be really, really not going to be good for us. Okay, for the company, we don't know as a company, out of that money we are spending for this ChatGPT kind of API, whether how much sales we have made, how much sales that ChatGPT automated say ChatGPT can able to make. So it is not gonna be really affordable for us. If the messages are good, if the copywriting is good, if that process is good, even though that is automated, if that chatbot is also automatically making a very huge sales, that's good. But what if that automated messages is not making a sales? These all the money on the reputation wise, it is giving a messages, that's good. But other than that, definitely it is going to affect our profit margin. Definitely. Okay. Out of the all the models, this ChatGPT is the best. But to overcome that challenges, we can go for the product by the Google, Facebook or Meta, or you can go to the product of Google Palm. Okay, out of these two model, you can also go with the Facebook Llama. But what's the thing is, you need to download those models. Okay, whenever you are talking about the Llama models, even the ChatGPT, which has been trained by huge millions of parameters. At the same time, Llama has also been trained with a huge parameters. But whenever you're talking about okay, model size or something, let us check. So based on the certain type, that certain size of the file which is going to be increased. So you need to download each and every model in your local system, and you need to play with that. So that's what the one of the difficulty which is out there in working with the Llama. So you can see there are a lot of versions out there. So MMLU, GPQA, and human eval. So likewise, we have Llama 3 instructed model performance. Each and every model performance. What is that? Llama 3 and Gemma and Mistral. So likewise, there are a lot of instructions and a lot of model which is going to be out there. You can just able to compare the size of everything. So there are some disadvantages out there. So but if it is in a deployment state, that's going to be okay. But other than that, you need to download that model in your local system. That kind of work need to be done. So but whereas if you are going with this kind of Google Palm, you can, that model is going to be kept in the Google server. So you don't want to download the complete model for you if you really want it. So instead, you can use it with the help of API. So what is meant by API? API is nothing but application program interface. Whenever you're talking about application program interface, you can have one text and you can send that content into that Google Palm kind of, the Google Palms model. And that model, which is being hosted in the Google server, it will send you the reply. You can get the reply and you can print that messages as an output. So that is what the another advantage of using this type of methodology with the help of the Google Palm API and all. We'll be covering up, don't worry. So whenever you're talking about the Palm 2, so you can able to check out this syntax, how it is going to work on. So you can create an application. So you don't want to download the whole complete model and etc. You can do it with the help of an API. Okay, look out that use the Palm API option which is out there. So with the help of API, you can able to do this task. Even in the previous generative AI session, we guys have shown you simple demo on it. But don't worry, today I'll be showing you the further demo as well. If you are clear about this, all these three things, you just post SE in your live chat. SE is nothing but super clear. There are a lot of ways. On that lot of ways, the ChatGPT model is the best, elite, but it is going to be expensive because you need to pay for each and every tokens. Whereas if you are going with the open source models, this Llama by the Facebook or Meta and Google Palm by the Google, which is more popular on open source model. So out of that, whenever you're talking about the Llama, you need to download that model in your local system. So based on the model, the size is going to be varied. It might be around 2 GB, 8 GB kind of thing. So it is not going to be good for the people who are having in a development stage, who are in the learning phase. It's not going to be good. So that's why we are going to start up with the Google Palm. So what you guys all do is, please visit aistudio.google.com. All people, just visit this website, aistudio.google.com. This is what the aistudio.google.com. So once you are into this page, Here there is a prompt option. So in the prompt option, you can see on the right hand side. So Gemini Flash, which has been used as a default, and token, which is a huge tokens. Okay, so 1,48,576 tokens out there, which is more than enough for us. So what you can do is you can write the prompt. For an example, give me some name for my automation tool. So that's what which I'm giving you, given as a prompt. So whenever I'm clicking run, so it is going to learn, it is going to take that and it is going to give a message. Oh my God, it is given a lot of suggestions. And based on the catchy and creative, it given a lot of name for my automation tool and description or tech inspired. So it given a very good messages. This is how it really works. So instead of downloading that model in your local system, or instead of writing the messages in their website, aistudio.google.com, we are going to create an application, web application. That's why we have even brought the web developers, full stack web developer into this journey. Here, we are going to create a web application. But in that web application, we are going to incorporate this API. So when people are asking their questions in the the text box, they will be getting a reply there itself. So that is what the application we are going to create it together. So on that aspect, first of all, go into this page. Once you have get into this page, you just simply click Get API. Okay, simply click OK and click Get API. What you guys do is simply click Get API and click a Create API and click Got it. So once you have got it, so here it is going to ask you an option like Create API key in a new project. So you can simply click that so that it will create a new Google project. So on that new Google project, it will create one API. Simply click copy button. So it is going to be used very soon. What you guys do is just please click that and copy this API. This is what the API which we are going to configure it in the program to work on the application which we are going to create it together. Okay, please do it with me, guys. Okay, so right now we have got an API. So we have created an account in this aistudio.google.com and we guys have got an API key. So that is the API key which we are going to configure it and we are going to use it in our application. So whenever you're talking about that, okay, first of all, in between, I forgot something. Install required application. So guys, those people who are all in the AI journey, who already attended my AI and data science session, you can go with a Visual Studio Code kind of application. If you are a people who are all fresher in a Python, you can use Google Colab. So what you guys do is, if you are a fresh user, please go and type Google Colab in your browser and go to the Google Colab and start writing a program here. So those people who have already started an AI journey with me, what you guys do is please install the Python IDLE, which should not be a Python 3.7.8, which we guys have installed previously. Please install 3.9 and above. Because when I tried to install this kind of LangChain kind of frameworks, it is given me an error. So that's why if you are people who are in the AI journey, please install 3.9.2, guys. So please go and do it. Okay, I've installed 3.9.2 in my directory. So that's what I've installed. So please go to this URL. Okay, those people who really wanted, who are all really beginner in Python, please use Google Colab Notebook. So I've given the link in the live chat. So those people who already worked in a Python, who are already in the AI and data science journey with me, please go to this python.org download and download 3.9.2. Choose your Python notebook. That is what your step number 2. Yes, C2. That's amazing. So right now, what I'm going to do is, you can open the Google Colab and you can click a new notebook. So once you have clicked the new notebook, okay, once you have clicked the new notebook, you will be getting a fresh online notebook. Actually, this Google Colab is an online notebook where you can write a Python program easily. So once you have opened a new notebook, so right now what we are going to do is, we are going to start writing the program for this. So what we are going to do is, the first thing, we need to install some of the prerequisites libraries. to work on this application. So what we need to do is here we guys have got this window. I'm going to give the name like basic Google Palm demo. So I'm going to give the name for my program and simply click connect. So once you have clicked connect, it will allocate the memory and everything which has been needed for it. So right now, what you should do is you need to install all the required libraries. To install the required libraries, if you are a beginner, if you want to install it in the Google Colab, so you can go to the code section and you can put an exclamatory and you can type pip space install space LangChain. So guys, what is mean by LangChain? LangChain is the framework which is going to be useful for working on the generative AI application. So here I'm going to install that LangChain library in the environment, pip space install space LangChain. So exclamatory pip space install space LangChain. By using this kind of syntax, you can install the LangChain in your environment, in your notebook. So other than that, please install the LangChain by putting an exclamatory here, exclamatory pip space install space LangChain, and just run this code. So LangChain will be installed in your notebook. This is what one of the procedure. Those people who are all using Visual Studio Code or something, you can install the LangChain by opening the terminal and you can install the LangChain in your Visual Studio Code if you are really using that, guys. Okay. Even though you have installed the Python 3.9.2, you can configure that in a Visual Studio Code. So I'm showing you both the things, guys. If you really wanted to work on, based on that, you can use. For an example, this is my Visual Studio Code. You can open it and go to extension and install Python if you really want it. So simply type Python and install the Python extension so that this Visual Studio Code will support the Python for your application. Okay, Python programming. So once you have installed the Python extension, what you can do is you need to configure the environment. To configure your environment, you can go to the search option at the top and you can give that greater than symbol, that operator, and it is going to ask you Python select interpreter. So on that interpreter, so whatever the Python installed, you have installed in your laptop, it is going to show all the version. But right now I'm going to choose my 3.9.8, 3.9.2. So that is what I need to choose. So once you have chosen 3.9.2, which is going to be defaultly available, and always make sure go to that three dot and click a terminal and click a new terminal. Here, please check out what Python it is using as a default. Whenever you're typing Python and then enter, you should see that 3.9.2. If it is not showing you 3.9.2, you should configure the environmental variables that has been covered in the courses in detail. You just want to check that out. So what is the thing is like you need to configure the environmental variables like you can just see whenever I'm typing env in my search bar and clicking environmental variables in the path, you can see 3.9 and 3.9/scripts, both the folder which is kept at first. Okay, I think though you people have already attended my day 2 session on AI masterclass. People who are all from full stack, you don't want to use this, you can just go with a Google Colab as well. But this is the another process, additional way you can use the Visual Studio Code as well. So Python 3.9/scripts, Python 3.9, and you can configure at first. If it is showing 3.7, which means that Python 3.7.2 folder at first. But right now we need a 3.9. So that's why I moved the 3.9 at first by clicking a move a button like this. And I just moved at first. So only then if you are closing and if you are opening the Visual Studio Code again. So whenever you are typing Python in your terminal here, you should see this 3.9.8. 3.9.2. So here you can install the LangChain as well, pip space, install space, LangChain. So this is how you can able to install the library in your Python. Before working with this kind of application, actually we have one requirement. Requirement in the sense, we need to have lot of library for my project. So that's why I'm going to create one document file, the txt file. In that txt file, I'm going to give the list of all the libraries and its version. To do that, just open in the Google Colab and click the folder option. And what you guys do is you just right click it and click a new file. So I'm going to create a new file. I'm going to give the name like requirement.txt. So I'm going to give the requirement.txt file. So this is the requirement.txt file which I've really creating it. So whenever you are double clicking the requirement.txt, it is going to show you this simple notepad file. So for you as well, guys, I'm going to give you this as a bonus. I hope you really love this bonus. What is the bonuses? Ta-da! I've given you all the libraries which has been wanted. So even though you have installed the LangChain, guys, please follow my procedure. So Google Generative AI, LangChain, Python.nv, Streamlit. I will tell about every libraries in the future, but right now, please paste the requirement.txt file. And what you do is you just click save. So save the requirement.txt in your local directory. So once you have did that, to install every library in a single shot, guys, again, I'm telling you, you can install one by one library. Pip space install space Google hyphen generative AI. Pip space install space LangChain. W equals to 0.0.284. Pip space install space Python hyphen.nv. You can also do that. But instead of doing the same thing in a different way again and again, installing the different library by using the same methodology again and again, I've created as a txt file. And inside the txt file, I've given all the libraries with its version. So here, right now, to install all the libraries, you can put an exclamatory pip space install space hyphen r requirement dot txt. So likewise, you can give like this and you can hit enter. I mean, you can run this code. So what it will do is it will install all the required libraries on the specific version which I've given in here. It will install everything by itself. I've created one requirement.txt file and I pasted all the library which I wanted with its version. And I just opened my normal code section. So in the code section, I've given the command exclamatory pip space install space hyphen r requirements.txt. Once you have given that, it will install all the library which I have it in my this requirement.txt file. It will install all the library which it really required. So yes, it is a huge list. So it will take a time and it will install it. So we are installing all the requirement libraries. So at the meanwhile, for the people who are all in the, people who are all in the AI and data science journey, I would like to show you guys very simple. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, the people who are all in the AI and data science journey, AI and data science journey, please create the new folder like DEMO, new folder I just created. And I hope you have already installed the Visual Studio Code in your laptop. Please install it and right click and open this folder with your Visual Studio Code. And once you have opened it, you need to configure the requirement.txt file, which is going to be very, very essential. So yes, here we have got the new folder. I mean the demo folder, which is called open. So here I'm going to click a file, which is requirements.txt. So I'm going to create one requirement.txt file and I'm going to paste all the library which I wanted. So now just make sure in your terminal, you can able to see your Python 3.9.2. So if it is 3.7.8, it won't work. It might show you an error. I'm not sure, but it might show an error. So that's why please make sure it is using 3.9.2 in a terminal as well. And also as in environmental variables as well, it should also use 3.9.2 as Python, default Python. And if it is not showing, please install the Python extension from the extension section. Go to the extension section and install the Python. And once you have did that, once you are into this directory, you can install all the required library, pip space, install space, hyphen r, requirements.txt file. If you are hitting enter, all the library will be installed into your Python if you are using Visual Studio Code. But if you are using Google Colab, you can use the same methodology which I've shown you. And here it is showing all the thing has been completed and it is going to ask you to do the restarting the session. I'm going to click the restart. Okay. So right now we'll go for the program. The program is going to be very simple. As I've already told you, whenever you are talking about this kind of generative AI application, especially when the language is going to be your, I mean, whenever your language is going to be out a kind of project, or the text kind of output which is going to process. So we are going to use one of the very popular framework called LangChain. So that LangChain, which contains that Llama, OpenAI, or or this Google Palm and all, because we have already discussed one thing, like to work on this kind of generative AI, especially on the text format, you have the models such as like Llama from by the Facebook, and Google Palm by the Google, and generative, I mean, OpenAI, Chat GPT, GPT from by the OpenAI. So to use all those three things, you need one framework called LangChain. Here we have already installed all the required libraries. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create another new code part. We need to import the LangChain. To import the LangChain, so I'm going to do from LangChain.llms, I mean large language models, import. On the import section, it is going to have a lot of option. It can be an OpenAI, or it can be a Llama, or it can be a Google Palm. Okay, so look how that. So whenever you type the L, so look how that LLM, LLM, CPP, LLM, CAPP. So likewise, it is going to show you Open LLM. So likewise, it is going to show you all the available models. But here we need to use the Google, what is it? Google Palm. So here it is also giving a suggestion, GPT for all, Google Palm, and etc. So here I'm going to choose my Google Palm. So Google Palm, this is the model which we are going to use. I'm going to import the LangChain library. Especially, we are focusing onto the Google Palm model. Are you clear about this line, guys? If you are clear about the first line, you just post C1 in your live chat. So once you have created this first line, now it's time to give the API key. So API underscore key is equals to, you need to give your API key inside your double quotes. So guys, I hope you already remember, we have already got an API key previously, right? Did I close it? No, right? Yeah. Simply copy that API key and go into your collab code and paste that API key. Please, it's my humble request. Please don't use my API key, guys. Okay, right now, we guys have given the API key right now. So once you have given an API key, so now it's time to initialize the Google Palm. To initialize the Google Palm, look how that it is automatically given the suggestion. What is the thing is, you can call it like Palm or something. So Palm is equals to Google Palm of API key is equals to API key, of course, right? So it is going to use that API key as an input. Okay, so API key is equals to API key, comma, the temperature. So whenever you're talking about the parameters, you can see it is automatically giving you a lot of suggestions on the parameters. There are temperature, there are model name. If you have any specific model name on the Google Palm, you can specify it. Otherwise, it will take that as a default. But other than that, temperature is very important thing. Whenever you are talking about the temperature, if that is 0.9, which means that it should be more creative than my actual output, it should be very much creative. But whenever the temperature is 0.4, it will be less creative. That's what the temperature is. So I've given the temperature as a 0.4. And once you have given that, now it's time to give some text. So whenever you're talking about the text, I'm going to give you the text like Palm. Okay, inside the Palm model which we have opened. So I'm going to start asking some question. So same question I'm going to ask. Give me the list. Give me the list of names for my automation tool. So likewise, I'm going to give the prompt for it. This is what the prompt which I'm passing as an argument for my Google Palm model, which we have already initialized with API key and temperature. So once I have given that, now it's time to print the text. I'm going to give the print of text. And right now, I'm going to run this application. Okay, while running, what is the output we have got? Okay, find Google API key. Please add an environmental variable Google API key which contains it, or pass Google API key. So, okay, it is asking, like, it is telling me that API key is not properly, is not a right argument for my application. So even when I'm double clicked it, even automatically it is given me the suggestion that whenever I'm hovering it, it is automatically given that you should give like Google API key. So guys, this is how you need to fix all the errors. Whenever you are getting an error, don't get scared. Don't directly go to the, directly go to the chat GPT kind of thing. Please try to see the error and try to fix that out and try to refer the forum and then try to use the chat GPT to fix that issues. So what I'm going to do is instead of API key, I'm going to replace it with the Google underscore API underscore key is equals to my API key, which I've initialized. When I did that, whenever I'm going to click run, so it is going to pass that prompt in an input. Ta-da! We guys have got an output. So we guys have gotten all the names. So it has been automatically created, not with the help of the chat GPT, GPT model, not with the help of the Llama model, but with the help of the Google's Palm. By using a Google Palm, it is an open source model. You can use it for free. So based on its learning, it automatically given me the names for my automation company. So this is what the first demo, which I really want to show you. And of course, if you are, if you are AI and data science or followers who are all using Visual Studio Code, you can use this methodology and you can write the program and you'll be getting an output here. So whenever I'm running here, so give me some name for my AI and data science book. Okay, whenever I'm given this prompt, so it is going to give me an output like right now. So it will be shown right now. Yes, it is taking some time and it will be giving you an output like this. Data science for everyone, machine learning for dummies, deep learning and absolute beginners, NLP processing, natural language processing, art of data science, power of AI, future of data science. Look how that. So you can run this application in this way. So right now we'll step on to the another very important project, very important part of the session. Whenever you are talking about the end-to-end product creation, you can do it with the help of by creating as a exe file. But exe file, you can't make that much money if you are creating as an exe file. Instead, if you are creating as a web application, you can make that application as a subscription basis. So you can earn money through that easily. Or that is going to be very, very beneficial in the for the companies as well. So that's why instead of going towards the exe file creation, we are going to create it with the help of in terms of web application. Okay, I hope you all super excited. If you all excited, you just post excited Sanjay Nila chat. So to do this, to create the web application, there are a lot of ways to do that. You will be learning HTML, you'll be learning CSS, you'll be learning JavaScript, you'll be learning React.js, you'll be learning AngularJS, or you'll be learning the Node.js for the backend, or you'll be learning a lot more stuffs like this. Guys, do you know one thing? If you are good at Python, you can for the backend, you can use Flask and Django kind of lot of things out there. But to create the web application, there is another new library which is there right now, which you can use that library to create a web application easily without learning HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and React and all. Even in the notepad which we have created, we guys have already installed that library. That library is nothing but Streamlit. Okay, what is the library is? That library is nothing but the Streamlit library. Whenever you are talking about the Streamlit library, okay, wait a minute, let us go for the documentation. So Streamlit library, which is going to be helping you for creating a web application like this. Look out that. So guys, isn't it amazing? Look out that. Join. Okay, this is community. So this kind of web application, you can create it with the help of the Streamlit. So guys, if you want to do it with the help of Google Colab, I'm not sure. So you can check it out whether it is working or not. But other than that, okay, wait a minute. Let me check in a single shot. Okay. So what we are going to do is, it is giving some error. Okay, Streamlit to view this on our browser, run it with the following command. Okay, so Streamlit run or this kind of packages we need to run. I'll show you. But here, instead of showing it in the Google Colab, I want to show it in this Visual Studio Code. First, see the output, then you will be amazed by seeing an output. Okay, so right now, to run this application, what I'm going to do is, I can use the command. To test the application, use the command like streamlit space run space the Python, the code name. Okay. Streamlet space, run space, the code. So while talking about the code, I have the code called basic streamlet demo.py. Whenever I'm hitting enter, so you will be really amazed by seeing an output. Wait a minute, it is going to take some time and it is going to run. Yes. It is running. Ta-da! So this is what the output of, the web application we guys have created. Guys, you might ask, Sanjay, why you are created the graph, charts, and etc. Guys, just to show you the demo, I have incorporated how to create the table with the help of the Streamlet, how to bring up the image into the Streamlet, how to bring up the text box into the Streamlet web application. Guys, do you really love this web application? Look out that in the local host, this is the web application, which is really looking very awesome. So you just carefully watch. Here, this is going to be very, very simple. I will be giving you a line by line explanation. Don't worry. First, we need to import the library with the help of the import keyword, import space Streamlet as ST. So you don't want to use Streamlet, and each and every time in your complete throughout the program. Instead, you can import that Streamlet as ST. We guys have did that. And pandas is the library which is going to be helpful for loading a data set or any parsing the files. You need a pandas library. So that has also been imported. Import space pandas as PD. That has also been imported. And after that, right now, to give the title for your application, if you are writing in the program in the HTML and CSS, you will be writing as like heading tag, H1 tag. You'll be writing that command, and you need to run the HTML program. And if it is a CSS, you need to call the CSS file. If it is a React, that's okay. That's going to be different. But here in the Streamlet, you can simply use st.title of basic Streamlit demo. If you are giving this, ta-da, you'll be getting this title like basic Streamlit demo. So basic Streamlit demo, to create one title in your web page, you can use the keyword like st. St is nothing but the Streamlet dot title of the string, which I've given the string. So that has been appeared here. Whenever I'm modifying it, so that is going to be changed. If you really want to rechange it, and if you are rerun it again, so ww will be appeared. So you don't want to close the code and again rerun it again. It is all not needed. You can simply click the link symbol to rerun, or you can use this bar and you can click a rerun. So you'll be getting an output which is going to be updated. So that's also been done. And then to get the input from the user, you can use the syntax called st.text input. It is like an English language, right? If it is a title, just put st.title. If it is a text input you need to get from the user, just put st.text input of enter your name. So whenever you are giving that, so it is asking enter your name as a text box, you can give the name. Whenever people are typing Sanjay, and if they are hitting enter, so if it got that username, because we guys have assigned one variable called username, if it got the username, st.write of with the function hello comma username. So what is the username is? So what people have entered Sanjay, that message which is going to be printed. So if printed champ, so hello champ. So champ, hello champ, or whatever the message which it got. So this is what the function we have did from these 3 lines of program. Getting a text input from the user, and once it got the username, and we used to print like hello Sanjay, hello champ, or anything. So that's what we guys have printed. Okay, I'm sorry. So, and after that, to get the slider input in the sense, select your age. To get the slider input, you can look at that. So look at that. You are 16 years old. And look at that. You are 21 years old. And you are 63 years old. And to do that, we guys have simply used ST slider. ST slider, select your age, comma, 0, comma, 100, comma, 25. So that's what it just given. So we just given your select your age as a parameter. So whenever you are really hovering it, you can see label is str as a string, because select your age is a string. We need to give that as a slider, and minimum value none, maximum value for that, and a step value, value slider, which is going to be like slider value, which is going to be like 25, or step value, or format, or key, or health, everything which is going to be analyzed, which is going to be shown for you. So whenever you are seeing it, select your age. So it is going to be shown like that. And even if you are really clearly notice this application, whenever, okay, I'm sorry, I just refreshed it. Okay, whenever I'm refreshed it, as a default, it should show the 25 years old. So that's what this 25 means. 0 is a minimum value. The slider is going to be start from 0. And the maximum value is 100. So slider's maximum value is 100. And this 25 is the default age is 25. So that's why this 25 is being given. And to print that, st.write, whenever you want to print any text in your application, simply put st.write of function your age inside this curly braces. So it is going to get the value from this age variable, years old. That's it. And if you want to include the checkbox in your application, that can be done with the help of st.checkbox. Guys, how many of you people, especially people who are all from full stack web development, how many of you people really feel this Streamlit is easier than React and HTML, CSS and those things? Look how that to create a checkbox, you don't want to write a bigger kind of program. Simply write st.checkbox. And for the checkbox, what is the message it need to be printed? I agree. That's what it has been printed. And if the people are clicking, I agree, tada, one message need to be printed like, thank you for agreeing. That thank you for agreeing need to be printed. Even here, just carefully watch. Here we haven't even written else statement. But even though you haven't written else statement, application is updating very effectively. Whenever I'm unchecking it, that message gone. Whenever I'm checking it, it is printing thank you for agreeing. But whenever you are writing this kind of program in HTML, CSS, you need to write the else statement as well. If the people are clicking agreeing, if it is an automatic refresh page, that will be good. But otherwise, you need to write the program for it. So if it is unchecked stage, that message which has been already automatically deleted, if the people are clicking it, thank you for agreeing, that message is also been printed. So whenever if you want to create a checkbox, you can use st.checkbox. And if you want to create a button, very simple, st.button. Okay, if st.button of click me, when people are clicking me, that I mean the click me button, so it should print a message like button clicked. Ta-da! So whenever people are clicking that, I mean click me button, so button clicked. Even you can use the one button for toggling or those kind of thing can be done. Okay, you can also create another button if st.button of off. Here this is on button, this is off button. So likewise, you can also create a button. But whenever people are clicking a click me button, button is going to be, it is going to print the message like button click. That's what has been printed. And if you want to print the radio button, here the syntax is very simple. We have initialized one variable like option is equal to st.radio. For that radio button, what is the message? What is the question it need to ask? What's your favorite color? So likewise, one question has been asked. For that, we guys have passed an argument like we are given an option like red, green, and blue inside this normal parenthesis. Once that has been given, if the option st.favorite right, so it is going to show the favorite color. For example, whenever I'm clicking green, your favorite color is green. Whenever I'm clicking blue, your favorite color is blue. Whenever I'm clicking red, your favorite color is red. So that's how you can use radio button with the help of the Streamlit. And if you want to use the drop down, you can simply use st.select box. Whenever you are using a select box, it is going to first of all ask you a select a number. You can select it and drop down 2, 3, 4, and carefully watch. Whenever you are doing any modification in your application, it is running. At the top, you can see running option there. Running. Okay. So select a number. Whenever you are selecting a certain number, okay, so you can able to see that message which is going to be printed. You selected that certain number which you are selected in the drop down. And whenever you really want to create a data frame like the table like this, you can create the data frame in the way of like data is equals to column 1, column 2, like a normal English. Column 1, column 2. For the column 1, what all the numbers need to be there. In the column 2, what all the numbers need to be there. and df is equals to data frame. So whenever you are putting a df as data frame, so we are converting this in data into a data frame. And the people who have already know about the AI and data, people who have already attended the AI and data science, you might really know about this. So we guys have initialized the data frame. So here is the simple data frame. Simply putting st.write of df, it is supporting the pandas library as well. I mean, the data frame which has got printed, so it just printed the whole complete table. Okay, so displaying a data frame with st.data frame allows interaction like sorting, because whenever you are printing in a normal st.write, it is a normal table. You can't do that much big things on it. But whenever you are enabling it with st.data frame, you can do a lot more things. Sorting. Guys, is it an awesome, right? So you can do this such type of sorting and all on this table. Okay, so displaying a data frame with a interaction for the sorting, displaying a static table. If you want to show only the table, people should not do the sorting and all. You can do it with the help of by initializing like st.table. There are a lot of ways to print the table. st.write, st.data frame, st.table. On the aspects st.table, which is going to show you like this. So it won't allow the sorting kind of methodologies here. And other than that, if you want to draw the line chart, you can simply put st.line chart of the data table which you have created. It will automatically draw the line chart. If you need to draw the bar chart, st.bar chart of df, which is going to draw the bar chart for you like this. And if you want to draw the area chart, so st.area chart, which is going to draw the area chart like for you. And if you want to bring the image into your web application, st.image of what the image you need to have, that URL you need to give, and what is the caption for that image. Whenever I given this image, tada, this is the caption. Streamlit logo is the caption for the image which I've loaded. And this is the URL of my image which I've created, which I want to bring into this application. Even there is a maximize option. So you can zoom in your application, you can zoom in your graph, charts, everything you really wanted. So that's also been done. And markdown text. So this is the markdown text if you really wanted to print like this. So the markdown text has also been printed. And displaying a latex. For an example, if you want to display the formula. So a square plus b square is equals to c square. So if you really want to print that as a formula, so st.latex are the triple quotes we guys are given like the cap 2 plus b cap 2 is equals to c cap 2. So whenever you are seeing it in application, it is really looking like a real formula. A square plus b square plus c square is equals to c square. Guys, so right now, what are all the things we guys have completed? We guys have completed understanding the LLMs and not detailed understanding, very basic. And we guys have created an account, and we guys have got an API from the aistudio.google.com for the Google Palm. And then we guys have installed all the required application. And also we guys have created a directory, and we have installed all the requirement libraries and all. And also we guys have explored the Streamlit. Now it's time to go with the chatbot creation. So we are going to start create a chatbot project. Guys, always remember, whenever you are talking about any company, they have the repositories in the sense like the Google Docs, which I've shown you. But the company can't have all their confidential, that kind of complete customer support, the information in that kind of Google Docs and all. So they will have all their data, which is going to be protected in a certain place, might be a database. It can be a MySQL, it can be a MongoDB, it can be PostgreSQL, it can be any type of database. So, but the data which is needed to be protected. Whenever you are creating a end-to-end product, you need to able to handle the company's data effectively as well. So on that aspects, I have one real problematic scenario, and in a very, very good way actually. Okay, I hope you all ready for this. So what is the thing is, whenever you are talking about this chatbot application, there are a lot of ways. I mean, there are a lot of process actually. So while talking about that process, the first process is collecting the conversation data. Okay, collecting all conversation. Okay, conversation in the sense we need that question and answer. So that's why what I did is I created one folder called data folder. In that data folder, I've created one CSV file. In that CSV file, I have two columns. One column is a question, another column is an answer. So that is what the first step you need to do if you are really going to create a chatbot. Just carefully watch. Here I have CSV file. What is the price of the AI course? Because always remember, guys, whenever you are creating an end-to-end product, don't expect your clients should know all the tool you know. Always client will be really seeing some easy ways. They really want some easy ways. If you are asking them to prepare this Q&A in some kind of platform you use, they won't do that. But if you are asking the company or client to create the document file as a document file or a CSV file, they will create in an easy way, right or wrong, because that's a very good practice. So ask them to, if you are a client, if you are creating a chatbot for the company, you just ask them to create a CSV file. In that create a CSV file, ask them to put the question in the left and answer at the right. Question, answer. They will be simply created for you. Is it a easy procedure, guys? Even you can ask them to do it in the Google Sheet, so that whenever they are having a question, they will be updating in the Google Sheet. You just download as a CSV file. I hope you already know what is the Google Sheet and how to download the file in the CSV file. If you know that, you just post yes Sanjay in your live chat. So please ask your clients to create a Q&A bank. I mean, question bank, the question and answer repository. So once you have collected all the data in the CSV format, so I've downloaded that CSV from my Google Sheet and I kept in my local directory called data folder. I created one data folder and I kept in that CSV file in my local directory. So once I've did that process, so what is the next step? In this directory, okay, not this one. Okay. So I created one folder, data folder. Inside the data folder, I've kept my CSV file. Even if you are feeling a difficulty, this is another bonus code, guys. If you want, you can use it. So what is the thing is, if you have any questions, you can also add your questions and answer here. You can create as a CSV file. This is a CSV code. This is a bonus code. It is not needed, but you need a CSV repository. That's going to be your first step. And once you have created the first step, the second step, what you need to do is upload your CSV data into the company's or client's database. Are you clear? So this is what the step number 2. Whenever you are talking about the database, there are a lot of database out there: MySQL, MongoDB, PostgreSQL, Azure SQL station. So there are a lot of places out there. So out of that, today in this session, we are going to focus on the MySQL database. And though people who have already attended my AI and data science session, you might have already installed MySQL in your laptop. So I'm going to open that MySQL in my laptop. MySQL Workbench 8.0 CE. So this is which I have. So I'm going to open my MySQL Workbench. So once I open my MySQL Workbench, it is going to ask you the local instance. I'm going to double click the local instance and I'm going to log in. So I've given the user as a root and my local instance, my database password is Sanjay D Champ. So I'm going to give that password for my database and I'm going to click OK. Once I've clicked OK, I will be getting into my database. Please try to come with me. Yes, I know the session is longer. You might be hungry, but just have one your lunch nearby you and have a spoon and have your lunch parallelly, because this kind of content you might not get from a lot of places, but I'm really delivering this value in a real product oriented. So please try to come with me. This is what the database which I just opened it. Okay, I haven't done anything big, but I just opened the database. Even if you want to create a schema or certain schemas, you can do that. But this is what the first step. First, you need to install the MySQL database. Okay, here let us all required application is like you need to have the VS Code and you need to have this MySQL workbench. Even those people who are all staying till the end, I will give you the PDF that is having the procedure how to install the MySQL workbench. So MySQL workbench is also need to install. So once you have installed it, that's ready. But right now, from the program, we are going to upload the CSV file into the database. To do that, let me open that program, insert data to database. That's what the code which I have right now. Just carefully watch. Here in the requirement.txt, we have installed one library called MySQL connector-python. So with the help of that, we are going to check it out this. Just see. We have installed the pandas library because that is the library which we are going to use to access the data, the CSV file, which I have it in my local directory. So we have imported the pandas library and we have imported the MySQL .connector. So because from the Python program, we are going to communicate with the database. So you can also do it with the help of UI, but to do it in a very easy manner with the programming. So I use this step. And df is equals to pandas.read CSV. So we are going to read the CSV file content and we are going to keep it in the variable called df. And once it has been kept in the df variable, it is going to have all the 10 questions and answers, which is going to be kept in the certain variable called df. So once all the data which has been loaded into the variable called df by using a pandas library, now it's time to connect with the database. So to connect the database, whenever you are talking about the host, you might have seen that. Just carefully watch. Here I'm opening my MySQL workbench and click a server and click click a database. And whenever you are clicking a connect to database, it is going to show you an option. Here you can see host name is 127.0.0.1, it's like localhost, and port number is 3306. So in the program, host is 127.0.0.1, and user, which is gonna be a root, and password is Sanjay D Champ, which is for my password. So whenever you are installing MySQL in your laptop, you need to give your own password. And database, what the database you are going to create. So for that, you need to give the name chatbot DB or anything. Okay. So what you can do is you can create your own the new database. For an example, you can simply click OK. So it's going to ask you the password, Sanjay D Champ. So whenever I'm clicking that, it is going to have like this. Okay. And even if you really want to create a new schema, you can create in this way. Here there is an option like this one. So create a new schema. In here, you can also give that chatbot dme underscore demo or something. But here we are going to do it with the help of the program as well. So that's what we are going to create. So first of all, we need to give that host dme. So first of all, we need to give that host name, user name, password, and database. Everything we guys have given. So right now, this application, this Python is going to connect with that certain MySQL server which we have. So connection, connect.cursor, so which is going to make the connection between this application to your database. Once it got connected, now we are going to write the SQL command in the Python code itself. So cursor.execute. Here the cursor is nothing but MySQL. So from the Python program, we are going to create one table for it. Isn't it awesome? Okay, just carefully watch. Let me call like this. Let me run the program and then let me show you an output. Whenever I'm running this application, okay. So what the error it got? So MySQL unknown database chatbot db underscore demo. So it can't able to find out this demo, database. It is not there in that my application. So what I'm going to do is I'm going for my MySQL workbench. Even you can also create a database, but here what I'm going to do is here I'm going to click this database and it is going to ask you new schema. Here I'm going to give the chatbot db underscore demo and I'm going to click apply. Okay, new schema, fresh new schema. I'm going to click apply and finish. So whenever I'm clicking finish, whenever you are clicking refresh here, you can see ChatGPT db underscore demo database which I've created. But in the table, it is having nothing. Okay, it is an empty table. It is not having anything. So those people who are really seeing this MySQL for the first time, it might be a little bit confusing, but don't worry, try to come with me. So whenever I'm executing this application again right now, it will create a new table right now. So actually, it is here we guys have written a SQL command
Young developers can't clearly differentiate between data science, machine learning, and artificial intelligence.
Hello guys, it's me Sanjay here. Warm welcome you all for this full stack web development masterclass series. Whenever you're talking about the traditional AI versus generative AI, I hope you already know. While talking about the normal traditional AI, you guys have written a SQL command. So cursor.execute, create table. If there is no any table is there, so create a table in the name of FAQ. Now I'm going to refresh. Hello guys, it's me Sanjay here. Warm welcome. Now I'm going to refresh this and execute the table. Look out that it created a new table called FAQ, frequently asked question. For the table, it is going to create a 3 field. One is ID, integer auto increment. It is going to automatically increment it by itself. Even if you wanted to see the table, you can see the FAQ and click the table icon. If you are clicking the table icon, ta-da, you can see all the table. The ID column, this is the first column, which all the number which is going to be incremented by itself. And second thing, a question as a text. Question as a text, which is nothing but, the text which we are going to add it from the CSV file. And third thing, which is answer, is also be in the text format. So that is also been added in the text format. We have created one table called FAQ if there is no FAQ table. And in that FAQ table, based on, we have created 3 columns. One column is an ID, that is an integer data type, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 numbers. And data type is, and also it is needed to be automatic increment, and it is a primary key. Based on that, we are going to identify each and every question and answers. And the second column is a question and the data type, which is going to be text. And third column is an answer, that's also going to be text. Likewise, we guys have initialized that query. So to create the table, and in the table, insert data into a table, because since we have already have the question and answer from my DB in my database. So what we are going to do is cursor.execute, insert into FAQ. We are going to pass 2 values, such as one is a question and another one is an answer. So that question and answer, which is going to be passed by the values percentage string, row of question, comma, row of answer, which we are going to fetch it from the DF. So DF is nothing but my data, which it got loaded. So by using a for loop, which is going to iter each and every row. For an example, initially it will take the first row, the question, and question is going to be passed. And the answer, and answer is going to be passed. So likewise, it is going to fetch 1 by 1 row by itself, and it is going to be passed into the database. So insert into FAQ, into the FAQ database, into the question column and into the answer column, pass this question thing and answer thing into your database. And connection.commit and cursor.close and connection.close. So we are going to close the connection. Once you have closed the connection, in your database, if you have clearly noticed, all the questions which is present in the CSV file got uploaded into your database. So we guys have brought the data into my database. That second step has also been completed. We have brought all the data into my database by using a Python code itself. Those people who are all not familiar with database, UI and all, you can use this Python code to push the data into your database. So client database, we have all the database right now. So then what is the next step? So your next step is to create an admin page. Why, Sanjay? Why we are creating an admin page? Very simple, guys. Whenever you are talking about an admin page, admin application, if the if the chatbot is giving a wrong answer, we need to give the feedback that this is a wrong answer. Just give this is the right answer. So please give the right answer. Likewise, you can give that. So that is why we have created a 2-page. Actually, it is also an application, but one is admin application. Admin application for feedbacks. Okay. And another thing, the last thing, which is like a final deployment client application, client side application, which is going to be for final deployment. Okay. Are you clear about these 2 things, guys? So what we are going to do is, while talking about an admin application, Let me open. Okay, first of all, let me show you the client code because client code is very easy. First of all, let me show you the client code. So guys, you have already got your API key, right? So wait a minute. Let me open my application, copy that API and give that API here. And also in my admin as well, I need to give the API key here. Yes. So what you need to do is just carefully watch. Streamlight library has been imported. MySQL.connector has been imported. Langchain.Google Palm has also been imported. API key has also been included. Google Palm, which has been initialized. These codes, I hope you already know because we have already did in the first part of the session. And then right now we guys have, okay, these are all function. We'll come to the function later. But right now we have created a title like customer support. Okay, first of all, let me show you an output, then you'll understand what it will do. Streamlet demo space fourth program app.client.py. Just see the output, then you'll be clear about how it is going to work. Here we guys have did some simple thing. Okay, what is that thing is, okay, what is the error actually we have got? Okay, sorry, I think we have given a demo. Okay, so instead of demo we need to give actually run. Okay, it's not a demo, it is a run. Streamlet space run space the code which I have app.client.py. So it is opening. Okay, it is running. Look at that. It is wait. So here it is going to learn from the data which has been present in the database, not in a CSV file. Okay, this is the final output window. Customer support chatbot. It is on the client side. So whenever people are asking questions like what is it? Is there any support available? Okay. What is the refund policy? So likewise, people are asking, what is the refund policy? Whenever people are clicking, typing and hit enter, okay, what is the error we have got? Okay, what you can do is you can open the VS Code. Okay, chatbot db.faq doesn't exist. Yes, definitely we will get this error because we have already changed the database, right? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going for here and what the database we have changed, which is a chatbot db underscore demo. Because previously the chatbot is different. So now I'm going for this code. And in this program, I want to change the database name into chatbot db underscore demo. I'm going to stop this program by clicking Control C and running the program again. And again, the open application is just going to be open. And what's the question which I'm going to ask? What is the refund policy? So it is just called open. What is the refund policy? So I'm going to give that refund policy whenever I'm hitting enter. So what it'll do, if you are not satisfied with the course for any reason, you can request a full refund with 30 days purchase. Okay, that's what we guys have did. Okay, so here we have got an error. Okay, up client. Okay, I think there is some problem. Actually, I've accidentally modified the code. I'm really sorry about it. So for the people who are subscribing for it, you'll be getting the right code because I've copy pasted the same code for both the client and for admin. I'm sorry about it. But other than that, if it is a client side, this option won't be there. Was this answer helpful? No option. Those two options won't be there for the client side, guys. I'm really, really sorry. Please accept my apologies. But other than that, for the client side, this option won't be there, but it will simply give them the answer. If you are not satisfied with the course for any reason, you can get a refund within a 30 days of purchase. Even you can go and compare with the answers which is being given by us. You can request a refund within a 30 days if you are not satisfied with the course. Even if you have clearly noticed this phrase, which is being rephrased with the help of that Google Palm. But to find out the right question and right answer, we have simply used the normal SQL find kind of options. But other than that, to get the answer, we guys have rephrased the answer. Okay, with the help of the Google Palm. And also, if anyone is asking, give me the name for my automation tool. Okay, if anyone people are asking a question which is not even present inside the CSV file, it will use again the Palm, Google Palm to give the new names. Guys, does it make sense? Okay, when the people are asking the questions out of the box, so it will be giving you like, it will be giving the answers based on the normal, what is it, normal application which we have, the model which we have, the Google Palm. Okay, if anyone is asking any questions like, is there, okay, how can I complete the task? How can I complete the task? This question, which is not even present inside the CSV file. Okay, whenever people are asking this question, it will automatically rephrase the content by itself. Like this is what, how you can able to complete the task. But it is a wrong answer. As you are an admin, what you can able to do is, there are two ways, guys. As I've already told you, don't launch your application for the final auto reply until the demo is ready, until your application is ready. On that time, so here, how can I complete the task? If anyone is asking how can I complete the task, here there is another option we have given as like, was this answer is helpful or not? So simply click no. What you can do is, in this no, whenever you are clicking no, it will automatically open the box to ask you to give the right answer. In the right answer box, you can give, please visit hub.warriorsway.in to do the task. To do the task. So that's what the message which I've typed. So whenever I'm clicking submit, you will be really amazed. What is the thing is, whenever you are as an admin, you are giving the feedback. This is the right answer. This is the right answer. This is the right answer. You'll be really amazed by seeing an output. You can see already the 10 question out there. Whenever I'm refreshing this table, ta-da! How can I complete the task? That question and answer which has been updated to the database, guys. So that your model will be learning further and further based on your input. So it will learn from it. Once it got learned, for an example, if the people are asking the same kind of question again, you'll be really amazed. Because it automatically taken as a feedback right now. And when people are asking, how can I complete the task? And if they are hitting enter, ta-da, to complete the task, please visit hub.warriorsway.in. Is it awesome? So this is what the power of this code, okay, this generative AI. So here we guys have used the Google Palm. So right now, let us see the project output. Okay, let us see the admin page. Here, okay, so title which has been printed, and we are going to get the question from the user. So st.text input, we are going to get the question from the user. If we got the question, connect into the database. Once it connecting to the database, execute this option. Like we are going to use an option like command, like is a SQL query. So we are going to write a query to find out the similar questions related to this. Here also you can deploy the other lot of encoding methodologies, or lot of models application. But here, to make it very simple, we guys have used the SQL itself to find out the respective question, if this question is matching it with this or not. So that is what likable question. Whenever people are asking validity, so it will compare whether is there any validity type of questions out there. So if there is any validity, so it will take that certain first question and it will match it with that. So on the upcoming part of the generative AI series, we are going to do it with the help of the generative AI, because for that we really need to learn some vectorizers and a lot of things in detail. So that's why right now we guys have simply done the comparison with the help of normal SQL query. And once it got that, we guys have limited to one. So to fetch out the first question, once it got that, so for that, what is the answer? We are going to fetch that answer. If it got that answer, we are going to rephrase it with the Palm. So to do the rephrasing, so we guys have created one function like a rephrase with Palm. In the rephrase with the form, it is going to put the message like, please rephrase the following text with the text as a people used to, answer which it used to get. So this is the prompt. Please rephrase the following text. And the text is you can request a refund within a 30 days of purchase if you are not satisfied with the course. That is what the rephrasing, which is going to be passed into the Google Form, that is going to rephrase it with the Google Form, and it is going to return the final rephrased answer. So that rephrased answer, which is going to be printed, that's going to be answer. Okay. If the answer is not found, okay, which is in the else state, if the answer is found, it will do this activity. If the answer is not found, it will automatically do its own, normal traditional comparison with the help of the LLM models, Google Palm. Okay. But if it is not, then it is going to be printed on that way. And while talking about this, okay, get POM request, default comparison. And after that, cursor.execute, insert into FAQ. So whenever, if it is a new question and new answer, which is automatically automatically if customers are giving, because whenever people are giving a new questions, whenever people are raising a new questions, that need to be automatically updated in the task, even though the answer was irrelevant. So as an admin, you can go here into the database and you can give a right answer so that your chatbot will perform well. Guys, do you really understood this part? This part is very, very important. If you are seeing this application, when people are asking, who is, okay, let me ask, who is the, okay, so instead of that, which is the best AI course? Okay, if anyone is asking which is the best AI course, it will rephrase the content. Andrew NG, who is the, who is to create all these kind of algorithms, Andrew NG kind of thing, it is going to be automatically rephrase the content. If it automatically rephrase the content, if you are going and checking out in the FAQ, you just carefully watch in the database, Andrew NG, that message, it got printed. But what you wanted to do is, you can change this. Okay, are you clear? So you can change this. Sanjay's, actually, Warriors Ways AI masterclass is the best for learning in a easy way. So likewise, I'm just changing the content of the answer, which has been already rephrased by, which has been already generated by this Google Palm. So whenever people are typing which is the best course again in this customer support chatbot, so you need to learn from that and you need to give me the reply. Okay, again, it is giving the wrong answer. So whenever it is giving a wrong answer, what you should do? So you need to copy that message. And here we are not satisfied with the message. So click no and give the answers like what is why AI is the best course for it, and just click a submit. Whenever people are clicking, whenever we used to click submit, so that answer will be updated. So whenever people are getting into this application again, and whenever people are typing which is the best AI course, what it should give? It should give what is way AI masterclass is the ideal way to learn about AI in an easy to understand way. So that is what we guys have did in this program. And also while talking about the feedback section, it is very simple. Whenever people are clicking no, we are going to get that feedback. So please give the correct answer and have the submit button. Whenever people are clicking a submit button, whatever the message they have written in this no section, okay, that need to be fetched, that need to be updated into the database. So then whenever the application is running, it will automatically learn from the database. So that's what we guys have did. So thank you so much once again. It's me, Sanjay, signing off. Until then, bye. We'll see you on the next session.